Well, I've been trying to tell my story about the VA, and since 2016, which I got here in 2013, about proof of how the people died on the Phoenix VA waiting list. And I went to Channel 3 with proof of how they died and told them the night before. The guy said, "Thanks for the heads up." When I came in there, they treated me like Bin Laden. What they didn't know is I had more than that. I had something nice to say about the police officers, Phoenix police officer, and I had made some cards, 5 Alive cards, to tell people what to do in a case of a gun involved call to keep their hands up, shut up. When the officer comes in, don't make any sudden moves. Let him handcuff you and secure the scene. Let him spin you where he's going to spin you, relax and stuff. And when he asks you questions, never break eye contact. And I had all these cards made, and plus I had some leather hats made saying I support Phoenix Police. My motivation and my spirit was real high when I got to Phoenix. I was the only black guy, I think, that waved at them every time I seen police, because they treated me real nice. And I'm from Chicago. I've been here 7 years. So I tried to tell my story at Channel 3. And I'm pretty sure you guys heard and probably forgot about it when they were on 7th Avenue. When I came in there with my phone and proof in a bag, Heidi jumps up on the desk, and Channel 3 reception tells me to wait right there. And they were acting so scared. I walked out of the station, and I walked to the light rail and back to 7th Avenue after I got off the light rail or something like that. No police came, anything. So I called back and asked them what I do wrong. I called and let you guys know that I was coming. The only explanation they gave me was a guy came in with a confession of murder on his phone, and that's why they treated me like that. I tried to talk to corporate about it. I called Governor Ducey and left 2 messages on his answering service. And he was going to Yarnell's dedication. And Channel 3 must have told him that we messed up. A guy came in there with the proof of how people died on the waiting list. I'm a 100% service-connected vet. And he said on TV, well, I ain't got time to be listening to no 2 or 3 messages, because I left 2 messages because I was nervous, and this was the first time I knew that you can call somebody of that importance. I thought he was a great man at that time. And so then I got in touch with the AANCP, which only worked on a volunteer basis, and I think really Channel 3 just sent somebody to my house to see what I knew and what proof I had and stuff, and he was more concerned about what time Friars closed than he was my case. Never went anywhere. I've tried to say things on Facebook as far as my knowledge goes with these phones and getting on Facebook and YouTube, and to no avail. I almost lost both of my legs in the VA from the head of dermatologist, Dr. Reardon, trying to use the blue light treatment on me, which didn't work. And I told him, man, are you getting commissioned for this? This is not working. I have to have invasive surgeries. At all my other VAs I went to, I had invasive surgeries. If I don't, my skin problem gets pretty bad. There's hair growing under your skin. And I'm not going to show you my legs right now, but So he got mad. He said, because I kind of got loud in front of his residence, and VA police was there too. And he said in front of the VA police, I'm not letting you out of my care. And I didn't think anything of it. So I went to emergency, and they sent me back to Dr. Reardon. And I went to my primary care doctor. They sent me back to Dr. Reardon. I go over to the regional office, and I fought from 2016 up until 2017, trying to for a malpractice suit that went nowhere. And so I've been trying to get in touch with the Alice Rodriguez, because she's from my hometown, and I talked to her once, and she was in Chicago. I think she used to throw rocks at me a long time ago in her neighborhood. I really believe that was her. I think she was a little thugette at that time, but and she was also in El Paso. And I talked to her on Glenn Dyer Street one day when some kid followed his mother out to the parking lot. She had went to work, and it was a big news story van there. I have never got a chance to tell a story about how these people died on the waiting list. I talk on Facebook only not to know if it's public, or if I'm the only one seeing what I'm taping. So I don't know. It's just really frustrating. There's been some years past, and I see a lot of things going on in Phoenix, even with the VA. They work on their vets, and they send their vets to outside care, and the outside vets from out of town, they experiment on them. And it's just something else. One story at ASU where they showed 3,000 dog tags when the new director got in there. And the kid said he's going to write each and every family back. Never heard any more about that story. When the veterans here fought shoulder to shoulder with the veterans from other places, they should have said, it is not your job to write them back. It is our honor to write them back. No word from them about those 3,000 dog tags. Some had bullet holes and Vietnam dirt still on them. I have a lot to say, but I don't know if this is going to get through to you guys, or if you even care. But what I'm gonna do is just keep talking, because it's part of my therapy too, just to talk and not vent out like most people. Most of those people shot themselves at the VA are from other places. And even with Sanderson Ford, he had 3 Ford Focuses for 3 worthy vets. And I called up there, and I was joking with the secretary and trying to find out how to enter the contest. And I said, you know what, I never win anything. She said, are you born here? And I said, no. She said, that's why. And I really got upset, and I asked to talk to her supervisor or owner or whatever. And that was in 2016 or 15. I still haven't heard from her. But Sanderson Ford came on the next day and said, we don't have a problem with anybody. Which, that is that man's right to do what he wants with his money as far as a company. But when the VA takes over, the neighborhood people takes over and use personalities for principals and work on only the vets from this town, I don't see how that's possible for them to take over a federal facility. Even I sit there many of days in the pharmacist and watch people come from Wendy's with a Wendy bag, go straight in the pharmacist and come out with the Wendy's bag probably full of Percocets. I used to be a janitor in Great Lakes Navy base, and I know Percocets are in 50-gallon cardboard barrels with real thick plastic. And I heard the story about you guys with the DEA coming in there and taking out a couple of pharmacists. So it wasn't hard to imagine that that was probably some of what was going on. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too long on this because I have such a headache and such frustration talking about this stuff. All right, thank you.